siren a little bit?
Yeah.
And that's it. The main tools a firefighter uses: flat-headed axe, and this here, it's called a Halligan bar. It's called a Halligan bar because the guy who invented it was named Halligan. It's just a combination of a crowbar, a pick, to make it easy to carry. These two go together. We use a flat-headed axe instead of a pick-headed if we need to use this for a hammer. A lot of times we have a fire and nobody's home. We got to break the door down. The last fire we had a few months ago, no one was home, and that's what we had to do. We had to break the door in. Once the fire's out, fire goes everywhere. It burns anywhere. It goes between the walls. We use these to rip the walls open to find any fires that are still inside between the walls. This is called a pike pole. This version is small. It's called a closet hook, to use in small areas like a closet or a little bathroom or something. Normal pike poles, they range from 8 foot to 12 feet. The jaws of life. It's a rescue tool.
Oh, yes.
And it's extremely heavy. It takes 2 people to operate this. And all it really does...
It's run by hydraulics, right?
Run by hydraulics, exactly. We have a hydraulic generator that's... Actually, it's this right here. Basically, these connect right down into there. These are the cutters.
So these act as like big scissors. Right?
Big scissors.
What kind of stuff do you cut through with that thing? Cars?
Yep, we're using to cut cars. Imagine this is a mangled up car. We can't open the door. We wedge the tips inside the door and we spread them open. And how they operate is just like that, just like my arms. And they spread open and it rips the metal. It's a very strong tool. It's heavy. It's actually called the Hearst tool, only because it's made by the company Hearst. Anybody wants an instant convertible, come on over. We'll be more than happy. We use this right here. There's just like a big pair of scissors. We can cut the roofs off a car, cut the doors off. These are called rams. They all work off the same generator, hydraulics. We can use this to pop the seat back. All it is this little bar comes out and just forces things to spread open. This one's mainly used for basement fires. The heat's intense. It's 1,500 degrees or more. And we can't go down the stairs because the stairs acts like a chimney. So we can cut a hole in the floor, stick this line through, and it's basically just like a sprinkler. The force of the water spins that. This is the line that goes right into the fire. When we have a house fire, this is the first line we pull right off the truck. This nozzle here is task force tip. You just pull it back, the water comes out. But we mainly set our pump at about 150 psi, which is pounds per square inch. It's actually pushing anywhere from 100 to 150 gallons of water in 1 minute comes out of this nozzle. These are just spare air tanks that we hook up to our air packs. This is not oxygen. People think that this is oxygen. It's just the air that we're breathing now compressed into this tank. Let's see. You might want to bring the camera right in. What we have in here is the air pack. Of course, imagine I have all my gear on. As soon as you sit in the seat, you got your straps, the other one's here, and you strap up on the way to the call. So when you get to the fire, all you gotta do is pull out of the seat, jump off the truck, and go. So we mask up right here. These are called air packs. And of course you have your mask. We tight. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
What this is for right here is for talking. The old masks didn't have them, and you used to have to scream at the top of your lungs and you still couldn't hear the person. That radio is loud.
Do you always put that on no matter what fire you go to? You sit in the seat and you come out with...
Even if it's an automatic alarm, which 10 times out of 10 times is usually a false alarm. But we always put them on just in case. And that goes for any fire. a car fire, dumpster fire, anything, because you don't know what's burning. And nowadays, with all the plastics and all the chemicals, you don't want to take a chance and breathe anything, even a stupid little dumpster. You don't know what these people put in them. So always. There's two different style helmets that we wear. This one is just, it's like polycarbonate plastic, very strong. It's resistive to heat. And this helmet here is made out of leather, cowhide. This one's been in a few fires and it's burned a little bit, but you can see the actual leather right there. This is the traditional style helmet. These are the ones years and years ago, if you see some old films, that they wore. And the macho fireman wears the leather helmet, and this is just as good, same amount of protection. It's just a prestige thing.
Now, are you a macho fireman?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I wear a leather helmet. My gear's at the other firehouse right now. But each fireman has their own number. Like my number's 118, and with my mask on, you can't tell who's who. Pretty much, I have most of them memorized. I know who's who. But in case they can't figure out who you are, okay, that's fireman 118. That's Matt Wells. We have tags too. This one here, it has Fairport FFD 56. Before we get off the truck, we give this to the officer or the driver of the truck. And there's a big ring up front that he clips these to. That way, if it is a large fire and people get separated, we know who's there. And if the building collapses or something and firemen are missing, we know who to look for, or just to make sure everyone's safe. And the gloves, same thing. They're made out of leather. They come in different colors, white, blue, green. Here's the boots. Now they just cut them off at the knee, and the bunker pants cover your legs instead of the old pull-up boots. Has Fairport on it. This is reflective striping. Even though the smoke's so thick, but usually you're close by your partner, you can see with your flashlight, you can see where he is. Well, they designed this gear so the bibs come up and cover right up to my chest. And now I'm just as protected, whether I'm crawling, kneeling, whatever. So it's called a hood. Pretend I have the bunkers on. Now you put your mask on. Once the air pack is on, this goes around the mask. This is elastic, so it clings right to the mask. Now my entire head is protected. Pretend I have a mask on too. Now I'm totally protected. But actually these are not fireproof. They're called fire retardant or fire resistant. It'll take it a while before it burns. You have about, I think it's like a minute before this thing will light up. You can even see here where it burned. Hot coal landed on them, yeah, and it just, but it won't burst into flame either. Like this shirt, this cotton shirt, your t-shirt that you're wearing, hold a lighter up to it, it's gonna go right up. This, you can, if somehow we come in contact with flame, it just buys you some time. This one's an appropriate size. In your home, this is what you need. It's just a chemical. Because mainly if a kitchen fire, you don't want to put water on grease. If this is not enough to put that fire out, you're not going to put it out anyway. So don't go downstairs or whatever and grab the other one. Get outside, call the fire department. A lot of people, they try to put it out themselves. And that's why the house burns to the ground. Like the carousel and sea breeze.
Yeah.
You know? They waited a little too long to call the fire department. They tried putting it out themselves with the fire extinguisher.